Okay, welcome back, everybody that's returning, and those of you that are new, welcome to this platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody is having a good day. It's a Friday when I'm filming this, when I'm doing this live stream, but know that my readings are timeless. Okay, so make sure that you guys watch all of the readings on this platform and my other platform, because each reading is going to have an Easter egg of personal knowledge for you to decode, basically. And so you can spiritually progress really quickly from watching these readings and from learning from other people's mistakes and learning from the collective and what's going on in the collective. Okay. All right. So we're going to call upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, as always. We're asking that they come be with us now. We're also calling upon Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, the ancestors, and we're asking that they put a cloak, our spirit guides also and guardian angels, put a cloak and the archangels, cloak of protection around us, keeping us safe from all harm and from anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, Most High, please continue to bless this platform, prosper this platform, and thank you for all that you do. All glory, honor, and praise goes to you, Most High, for everything in my life and everything in the collective's life. So we thank you, we praise you, and amen. All right. So if you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 Cash App or a $20 PayPal payment. I put the links in the chat. I've also put a link to my other platform and to The Truth of God, which is this is the book that jumpstarted my spiritual journey. So I put links to all of that in the chat. But yeah, you can send me a $20 donation, and then I'll pause the collective reading and I'll use another deck of cards to answer your personal question. Okay. That's the way I'm making myself available for you guys. I also have a book that's coming out here very soon, the Sago Tarot Cards, Spreads, and Spells, which is going to basically help you work with the Most High God and with tarot, so that, you know, it's going beyond the self-doubt of using tarot when learning to pull cards for oneself, right? So that will also be available for you guys. If you don't want to ask your personal question and you want to find out yourself by pulling cards yourself, that book will literally guide you, because for me, pulling cards for myself, it without having a actual structure guiding me, it's too hard. It's just too hard to, you know, what we want to happen is sometimes what we'll project into the reading instead of seeing what's actually there. And so that's why it's so easy to read for other people, but reading for yourself is like one of the hardest things. So anyways, I have lots of stories about having readings done, and in the moment it didn't make sense to me because I didn't have any type of structure or guide or anybody even teaching me. But then later on, it all made sense to me. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. That means if I talk about anything in the realm of legal, health, that you are going to, if you feel like that information resonates, that you're going to take that information to an actual professional or like a therapist or something, because I don't claim to be anything other than a psychic and a spiritualist. All right. So just make sure you're being responsible with the energy and with the information. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. Oh, hugs to you as well. I hope you're having a good day. And yeah, no bullying, no psychic attack, no spiritual attack, no witchcraft, no voodoo. All of that stuff is a no-no, and no copywriting of these messages. I don't know why anybody would want to copyright these messages, but it would be, doing that would really piss off the divine realm. Because anytime you copy somebody else's shit, it always turns out like the game telephone. It just becomes distorted, and then it's not processed correctly. And so I don't control the messages. all I do is channel the messages. I don't have any type of control of what the message is or how it comes out. Also, please like the video. It's imperative that you like the video so that the algorithm can pick up this content. And I'm speaking to you, algorithm of YouTube. Please pick up this content because it's worth watching. But yeah, please like the video. It would greatly help me, and it would also help this platform. All right, and let's get into the reading. Okay, so let's see. Basically what I picked up was that somebody wants you to forget about all of their betrayals and the trauma that they caused you, but obviously you still remember all the stuff that this person did to you. You've mastered something. That's why this person wants to come back all of a sudden. They're like, oh, just forget what I did with you and accept me back. Okay. I will instruct you to heal. That's what you should do. You should heal from whatever this person did to you. Know that things are not just happening to you. They're happening for you. Yes, they're still happening to you, obviously, but they are happening for you to become stronger. Welcome in, fashionista. So just make sure that you guys are aware of that. If you're seeing the angel numbers, I got 1111, 222, 1717, 888. What's the other one? Yeah, 1717, 888. Those were the main ones that I can think of that were coming forward. This message will be and 444. This message will be confirmation for you. And 333. Wow, that's too many cards, Spirit. Jeez. Let's just get one at a time. How about that? We can process things one at a time. Okay, so you've mastered something. You've closed a cycle. You also have the energy of the Holy Trinity coming forward. There may be somebody that is, usually I don't, when I think about who my messages are for, I don't think that they're for people that don't love God. Basically, I think that usually my messages are going to be for people who do love the divine. But you could be dealing with somebody that blames God for their life being shit. You could be dealing with somebody that is a game player. Okay, they like to play games with people's emotions. This person could be a part of the LGBTQ plus community. All right. There's nothing wrong with being a part of that community. I love all my LGBTQ plus people. Seriously. So, my stepdaughter is a part of the LGBTQ plus community. So obviously I'm a big supporter of that. However, these weird people that, maybe they want you to join that community. This person has a sexual attraction to you. So we're going to figure out what's going on here in this energy. What is this about, Spirit? A foundation, the number 4, could be about you moving in a new direction. It could also be about you creating some type of solid, foundation, basically, a solid start. So you're dealing with somebody that's in this community, but I get that they're not openly in the community. They're trying to cloak themselves so that you don't know. Okay, that's weird. Why are they doing that? Oh, because this person is a part of one of these religions, some type of church. Because on the top of this card actually says prayer group, and it goes game players, Black Widow. Then it goes into all the different sexualities. So literally, this person goes to church, but they're on the DL. All right. I don't know what does this have to do with the collective, though? This sounds like, okay. So basically, let me just look here. Somebody has tried to make you first they wanted you to be the companion, but since this person was I get that they were abusive to you. They're basically triggering your ancestors right now. They made you the villain of their story, and you're really not. In fact, the people that this person goes to church with, those are the people that are the villains of their story. Because these people, and I'm going to say something right now that maybe it's going to disturb people. But I do know that a lot of people that are homeless that exist in Utah exist. A lot of them are part of the LGBTQ plus community. And when they come out to their family members, because their family are part of the LDS Saints or some other type of Christian denomination, those family members kick these people out. Okay. Like they'll throw them out on the streets, literally throw them away like a piece of garbage, which our children are not garbage. Like, what in the fuck? I completely disagree with every single religion that is against the LGBTQ plus community. I think that, you know, I think that the humans made up human laws for the reason of procreation, and that's why they they poo-poo the community. But the thing is that God loves all people, and anybody that doesn't think that God loves all people does not know God, because God loves every part of its creation. So yeah, I do not agree with this whole idea of, oh, if they don't want to, if our children don't want to conform to what's in our religion, what our religion says, then throw them the fuck out and forget about them and leave them for dead. No, absolutely not. Any parent that thinks like that, get the fuck away from me. You're an evil piece of shit. Anybody that thinks like that, like, it's just going to throw their child out into the street. And that's why there's a lot of people that are in the state of Utah that are dealing with homelessness, and they're a part of the LGBTQ plus community, because they make it very common to just throw people the fuck out like that and to cast them away. So this person, maybe, I don't think you did anything to expose this person's sexuality. I think that them being themselves expose their sexuality, but they are denying this part of themselves that is their sexuality. They're denying that. Okay. They don't want to come to terms with it. You got it going on in Reno right now. It's ridiculous. We need to take care of our children. They're the next future generation. I totally agree with that. Yeah, we seriously are here to protect our children and to give them a better life. So we always, like, for our kids, and even though I don't have children, I still had a stepdaughter and I love her to death still. So it's like literally, we want our children to not have to go through the things that we went through. We want them to avoid tragedy. And some people, they put their false beliefs and ideologies and their perception, it's just dealing with narcissists, basically, these narcissistic parents that want to throw their kids the fuck out. And then later on in life, these people are going to be real sorry when they start to get negative karma for betraying their children, and provoking their children to wrath and anger. They're going to get negative karma for throwing their kids out, because we are supposed to be taking care of the next generation. That's part of our duty. These children will become ancestors to the future children that will come. So the fact that we don't respect our kids like we respect our ancestors is crazy, because not only will we become ancestors to our children will become ancestors to their children. So the disrespect is like unreal. Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I still definitely, I haven't given birth, but I do know what being a mother is, and it's being somebody who's unconditionally loving and supportive. And this world doesn't suffer from a lack of resources. It suffers from a lack of love. And I feel like people that are on their high horse, their Bible thumping high horse here, they make themselves the villain in their child's story. I mean, they really do. Sometimes our parents are our first bullies, which is really sad. But, if we're living in a society where people can't be who they are, then that's a problem, because people are going to be who they are. You know what I mean? Water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So you could be a water sign, or they could be a water sign. And the element of water is, people who are water signs are very deep. They're very emotional people, and not always in a bad way. I mean, they're very intuitive people. I think that water signs are the most intuitive out of all of the signs, to be honest. Like, their psychic gifts are on level 500. And where earth signs are really good at making money, air signs are really good at inspiration and public speaking and stuff like that. Water signs are a lot of time, a water sign will pick up on what's going on way before it's going to happen. So whoever this person is, they were never your friend. They were always trolling. And it gives me that kind of love-hate energy. You know, whoever these people are, maybe they wanted to play in your face like they were supporting you, like they were a friend, but they were always trolling behind the scenes. So who is this? I mean, they wanted to make you opposition, but you're not really you're not to blame for anything that's gone on in this person's life. In fact, this person's parents, those people are a problem. Like those people are some of the most evilest people. No. Yeah, you have literally healed this. You've transformed, you guys. You've gone through a rebirth. You're in your birthright right now. You guys have healed from a major, major betrayal here. And maybe you were kicked out because of your sexuality or whatever this is. Literally, it could let the situation fall wherever it goes. But literally, you're in your birthright. You're being generous to other people. You're being charitable with your knowledge. The thing is that people look at light workers and they think, oh, we have to be a healer. No, we actually don't. We don't have to share our downloads with anybody, but we're charitable. We all do share our downloads because we're charitable people, you know. Cancer is the center for the world. Interesting. So yeah, literally, I love the earth. I love the earth sign. I like each of the signs has their own strong energy and they all have their weaknesses as well. But I really do like water signs because they're very intuitive people. Look at this. Water spirits, marine kingdom, La Sirene, Leviathan. You guys are protected on all sides. This is what I'm feeling. You could have literally gone to a body of water and released a huge emotion. Or you could have literally taken a spiritual bath and cleansed something away. Yeah, you guys are stepping into your power at this time. And this foundation that you built, nobody's going to be able to take it down because you built it with God. Yeah, if somebody was taking some type of step towards you, this could be a feminine energy. What is this about, Spirit? Yeah. Alienatu. Okay, so you're protected from any type of voodoo, hoodoo. What is the other one? Santeria, Palomayambe is the new one I learned about. You guys are really protected. Like seriously, you're being protected from whatever this person was trying to do. So we're going to figure out why these people were trying to change you. Maybe you're not a part of the LGBTQ plus, and this person is so attracted to you that they want you to become a part of that community. You can't force that on somebody. I mean, yes, people do do sex abuse on other people to try to make them a part of that community, but you can't use witchcraft. There's just no type of spell that's going to turn somebody gay or not gay. And so I don't know if these people are trying to use witchcraft on their own child to turn them into being a straight person, but all of this is nonsense. Whatever this is, it's nonsense. It's not possible. If God made your child a part of the LGBTQ plus community, why can't people just accept that and love people for who they are? It's crazy. Pick a card from the Twin Flame Oracle deck. So this person could be, they could think that they are your twin flame. I don't get that they are. I get that they're like not even a soulmate. So we're going to figure out why this person thinks that they are your eternal love. I really get that this is more lust energy. It's more of a lustful energy towards you than a loving energy. Okay, so it's very sexual. And you may just be a very super sexy person. Yes. Good. I'm glad that you guys are protecting yourself and you're cleansing your energy. You're obviously doing something right here. Because this person, they're getting exposed. They're getting exposed. Or it's almost like they're exposing themselves because of their opinion about others. They expose their bad intentions. Hierophant, traditional higher learning beliefs. So you are viewed as a hierophant, which means that you have more power than these weird church members and any people of these religions. Okay. You also have higher learning, which means that you guys could be, standing in your birthright, and you're learning more about your spiritual self. You're learning how to get rid of beliefs and patterns and cycles and generational curses that no longer serve you. And you're being seen as a hierophant because you're deeply intuitive people. You also know what's coming. You know that a blessing is on its way. Look, 3 of Cups celebrations, exactly what I'm talking about. A blessing is on its way. You guys are about to have a reason to celebrate. You could be having a reunion with somebody. I do feel like this person wants to reconnect with you, but in the way that they want to reconnect with you, they want you to forget about them betraying you. And I don't think that that's really possible. Like, it doesn't matter how much voodoo they try to do on your mind. When somebody has deeply wounded you or scarred you, it's impossible to forget that occurred. And we all know that it's impossible, because we'll try to make ourselves forget that occurred, and it will never work. 8 of Swords. Yeah, because literally what trauma does is it traps us. Trapped, restricted, victimized, and helpless, powerless, and blinded. So somebody could feel like you celebrating is putting them in a restricted state. This person wants to celebrate with you, okay? Or they want to celebrate over your downfall. Either way, they're being restricted from this. They're not going to be able to just jump on your timeline and ride the wave of ascension with you. I can promise you that. This person's going to have to watch you have friendships and real people that love you in your life, because they're just sexually attracted to you. That's what I get. Look, the Moon. I knew there was voodoo going on. This person's going to be restricted because they don't know when to stop. They've just done too much with these illusions and hidden confusion, secrets, and uncertainty. This person wants you to be confused about who you are. This is not the time for you to be confused about who you are. They feel like if you're confused about who you are, then this person can be a better version of you. The Devil. The Moon, the 8 of Swords, the Moon, and the Devil. This person is leading down a very destructive path. They're very obsessed. They have addictive tendencies, toxicity, excess. This person could be very codependent on your energy to just get by. Wow. So is this person a psychic vampire? What's going on here? This devil energy. This person could be thinking that you are of the devil because you don't want to have, like, I'm going to tell you this. When you walk away from people, they will blame you like you're some type of satanic weirdo. And I'm not making fun of people that worship the devil, okay? But I'm just saying that people will think you're evil just because you walked away from them. And they don't even realize that you had to walk away from them because they were causing you some type of harm. So just know that people will get bitter. They're going to blame you, but you're not actually to blame for any of this. This person, whoever they are, they're really afraid. We're going to figure out what they're so scared of here. Maybe it's being discovered. Maybe it's being exposed. Yeah, there's somebody that wants to be your emperor, wants to be the emperor. But the emperor is a divine masculine energy, not a devil. It's a divine energy, not Mr. Shaitan over here. So we're going to see what this person's grudge is. I mean, I guess it really only matters if you want to communicate with this person again. It's going to be up to you. But I do feel like there's nothing that's going to make you forget how they spoke to you or how they treated you. Okay. And don't hold grudges against people, because anytime you hold a grudge against anybody else, you are creating a cord to attach to that person. So sometimes we'll be thinking that somebody's attaching cords to us and draining us, but it's actually us that's holding the grudge. Yes, don't go back to a betrayer. Exactly. It's actually us that is holding on to the grudge that keeps that cord there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Even if you are losing some people, just know that the people that you're losing, maybe they didn't have your highest and best good. This person you're dealing with is somebody that's got a God complex. They definitely have abused their power in some type of way. And again, if this is a religious person, they could have abused their power in whatever religion. I don't know how anybody would do that, but could be like prayer group or something like that. See, when people, this is what disturbs me about these weird religions. And I think all of the religions have a sliver of truth in them mixed in with a bunch of lies. And so it's like these people feel like they can use prayer to change somebody or to make them someone else. And no, that's not how prayer is supposed to be used. But telling that to somebody's mother or father, yeah, right. Like literally, they're going to use prayer to try to change their child or change somebody else. It's just sad because all of that prayer energy, those black prayers that people say to try to change somebody and make them someone else, that all that does is confuse the person and it causes negative effects. Look, these people are in spiritual court. You want to know why? Because they're not actually God. We can only be God for our own reality. We can't be God for other people. We can only tap into that God source within us. We cannot play God in other people's lives. But telling these weirdos that they're not, they really believe that they are better because their religion says that they're better. I'm pretty sure most of the religions say that people that are in them are better. And then people develop these spiritual egos that get them in a lot of trouble because they'll start to act out like they are actually better than other people, which is not the case. And like, I don't think that I'm better from other people. I just think that people like you, people like me, we make better choices. And if that makes us a better person, it's just saying that we've made better choices, which gives us better experiences. That's all that it says. I think we're all basically created and born in the same type of way. Okay. We all have the same potential. It's just what we do with that potential that shapes who we are. And who we are is not what other people say we are. Who we are is based upon our actions and our words and our mentality. And trust me, we can change we can change the way that we are if we're extremely, like, let's say you've lived your life with pessimistic people, so you were raised in pessimism. You can change your mentality. We can change who we are with changing our thoughts and our beliefs and our frequency to being optimistic, thinking that, I would just develop the mantra, everything is always working out for me, and then keep saying that, because that is the truth. Things are happening to you, but they're happening for you. These people are up under judgment, and they violated some type of spiritual contract by being deceptive. I really feel like this person would love to take your place in life. Yeah, they want you to have, these people are about to have a major loss, a major tragedy. I just heard groan. They could be groaning. That's weird. Yeah, they're going to have some type of natural disaster because they did not want to leave well enough alone. And these people were trying to play in your guys' face. Yes, we can become better versions of ourselves. That's exactly it. And all we can expect of ourselves is to be hopefully a little bit better today than we were yesterday. Other than that, don't hold yourself to unrealistic expectations. Just know that if you want any big change to occur in your life, it takes little steps to get there, and things will happen in divine time. It doesn't matter if these people are using prayer or whatever else, they're wanting to use their beliefs against you. If you don't believe what these people believe, their beliefs are not going to affect you. You've got warrior angels showing up to cause these people a tragedy because they were trying to war with you in the spirit. This is why I do not like support when people pick up the Bible and they go, which Psalm is it? It's one of the Psalms that says, it's basically a Psalm that curses people. It says some really mean ass shit in it, like seriously. To curse them and their next generation, and says things like they wore cursing as a garment, let it come into them and seep into their bones, and some really evil shit. I forget which psalm it is, but these are the type of people that they will straight up provoke you to your face, and then the second that you get upset, they will go to that psalm and they'll be like, now I have a reason to attack collective. And it's like, no, you provoked the collective. What are you talking about? You have a reason to attack them. You provoked them. Why did you think you were going to get anything other than upset emotions? You know what I mean? There is something in the Bible that says, do not provoke your parents. And it says to the parents to not provoke their children. And I do agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys, you're definitely on the right path. Look, your foundation is solid. It says pull one card for the future energy. I feel like this person wants to come back, but they want you to forget everything that they've done like it never happened. And that's just not possible. I suggest you forgive this person and pray for them, because the best thing that could ever happen would be that this person finds God and then they'll stop attacking you, because this person has tried it. They definitely tried to do something to you. They want your popularity and your fame and admiration. This person feels unloved. They particularly feel shunned since you guys don't talk anymore. Wow. And I'm hearing whatever song it goes, we don't talk anymore. That's like the only part of the song that's coming forward, but we don't talk anymore. We don't talk, like that's, you don't talk to this person anymore. You could be somebody that used to not be that sociable, and now you're coming out of your shell actually, because you know that it's safe to be yourself. You know, if you're a part of the LGBTQ plus community and your parents don't love you and they want to abandon you for that, then your parents aren't shit and you need to let them go. Like straight up. Parents are karmic if that's the way that they're going to behave. When I found out that my stepdaughter was LGBTQ plus community, I was surprised because I didn't know. I had never picked up on it. But I still love her exactly the same. It didn't change the way I felt about her in any type of way. You know what I mean? And so these people that will just readily switch up on others at any given moment and start to betray and backstab, those are the people that you can't have around you. Because anytime they see you come into admiration, popularity, and that, you know, these people will throw a fit. And this is what your future is, rewarded and being revered. So, you know, there's nobody can affect your future but you and God. The Archetypes Oracle. So there may be some lessons coming through the Archetypes deck to look at, which I really like this deck because it teaches a lot of different things that maybe we wouldn't have looked at. So let's see. Yeah, you have popularity and fame coming your way. You're meant to be publicly recognized and you're going to be known for something. This could be a book that you guys are writing. Yes, our old soul is the same. Exactly. That's exactly it. And it just reminds me of how, you know, how God can redeem somebody's life. Like literally. Well, sometimes it takes us having to release the things that no longer serve us for God to be able to put us in the position where we need to be. Because sometimes if we're holding on to past pains, past traumas, past hurts, past beliefs, or even judgments, it won't allow us to move forward into the person that we actually are, because we're holding on to the person that we used to be, if that makes sense. Gnosticism, that's inner knowing, that's inner knowledge right there. So you've got a whole well of Gnosticism within you, which means, you know, you could probably come up with your own creation story and everything like that. I love this energy. You should write a book about this. You guys should write a book about these experiences that you've had. The mirror. So there is somebody that's trying to use mirror magic, or they're trying to mirror something into your life. They want to reflect the way that they're trying to project something. It's like the way that they feel, they want you to feel about yourself the way that they feel about you, and you don't. And so they're upset about that because you're not judging yourself and you're not punishing yourself. Come on with this. Be nice to yourself, you guys. If you have any type of suicidal thoughts, please seek therapy. Do the mind technique. I've put the link to the Truth of God book, which is the book that has saved my life many times. with all of the different intuitive techniques in it. I put that link in the chat, but please do something. It's okay to not be okay as long as we're not doing it all alone. None of us are an island. And so it's okay to ask for help. Just know that, you know, that talking about your problems with somebody, or even the tragedy and loss that you've endured at the hands of these weirdos, maybe that will help you heal. It will help you release your attachment to it, because I want you guys to know that not all people are like this. You're not going to always run into the same type of person unless you believe that you're going to run into the same type of person. It's literally our beliefs that can block us the most sometimes. Literally, sometimes our beliefs will be the one thing that's in the way of us receiving money, a love union, a blessing, that type of thing. And so if we believe that things are going to, if we have the expectation that everybody's the same, then we'll run into people who are the same. Does that make sense? So yeah. Love who you want to love. Yeah, but don't hate on people and turn to the devil, for heaven's sake. Absolutely. That's exactly how I feel. The river. Literally. You guys are connected, this water sign energy. You guys are connected to, and water to me represents spirit. So you guys are very connected to spirit. You're very in tune and in touch with nature and the universe around you. I do feel like you guys could be getting a lot of signs from birds, a lot of signs from animals. You know, animals could be running up to you, wanting to interact with you at this time. It's because you put off very good energy, a lot of positive energy to nature. Yes. Oh no, you're never running into that same person. Look, the vision. You guys do have something within sight here. It could be a creative vision for your future. It could be a vision for how the world could shift and change for the better. I would follow up this vision, make it solid. You know, visions are something that happens in the psyche, but when you bring it into like a vision board, for example, which is a board that, let's say you want to attract in a Lamborghini. So on your vision board, you'll put up pictures of Lamborghinis, right? Pictures of money, that type of thing. Make it solid. Whatever this is that you have sacred knowledge, sacred gnosis about, make it so that other people can understand it, because it's going to benefit the world. This venom that this person is trying to spew with you with all this judgmental bullshit, just know that these people are stuck in their shadow side. They can't balance their darkness. Okay. And because Christians don't believe in doing shadow work, they don't believe that they have a shadow. These people that are stuck in these religions will run around the goddamn world, literally, excuse me, God, but they'll run around the entire freaking planet blaming everybody else for everything that goes wrong, rather than looking at the things that they've been through and healing, right? So it's a lot of projection from these types of people. And that's not me being judgmental. That's just me assessing this type of energy, is that, you know, they don't believe in doing shadow work because they believe the shadow is evil. And the shadow is just the part of us that has been hurt, the part of us that our parents said, you're not good enough. You need to hide that part of your personality. You can't act like that. All of those things from living a whole lifetime of people rejecting us and telling us we're not shit and abusing us. That's what the shadow is. And it's just a dense energy. But when we unify our light with our shadow, we realize that the light can't exist without the darkness. We have to have one to have the other. So integrating the shadow is going to be so important, and you're actually doing that. This is why you're not moving backwards. And a lot of people that you see go backwards, it's because a part of their shadow is still clinging to the past and won't let go of whatever has occurred. And so that's why I think shadow work is extremely important. The king. See, I do feel like you guys know that, you know, you're the ruler of your own reality, and it's your thoughts and beliefs that's going to shape your experience. You do know that. There's also something that's been sealed in your aura to protect you. It's like some type of protection mark. You know what it's like? It's like what a watermark is, but a spiritual watermark showing that you're the real authentic you. That is so funny, because I'm looking at this, this wax seal, like how the king used to have, or I guess any noble person back in the day, they would have a ring on that had a seal on it, and they would drip wax on their letters, and then they would push that ring into it, and it creates a pattern. I think that those are so cool. Those are some of the coolest rings. But yeah, you guys have taken dominion over your creation, and you're not allowing these other people to play God in your life like they want to. Look at this, more water energy, the siren. You're definitely connected to mermaids, sirens. Yes, these beings are real. If you go to any other part of the world, like Haiti, Jamaica, the Caribbean, you're going to find people that have had real life experiences with mermaids. Also other parts of the world as well. It's like pretty much America. I think even Canada believes in mermaids. I think it's literally America that detests anything that's like that. But yeah, there are whole underwater mermaid cities and bases and stuff like that. So you are extremely protected. Why I'm saying this is you're extremely protected by this siren energy. Also, your voice carries a binaural tone within it, shaman, that heals the world. So when you guys speak your messages out, or sing, or whatever this is that you do that's expressive, it is making an impact on the world for the better. It's manifesting this vision that you have. It could be even light codes and stuff that you deliver to other people. Agape. See, what the shaman does is a shaman works within the soul, opening up the spirit to the higher self, right? So you could be feeling like, oh, that relationship really hurt me. It left me open to more wounds. But no, what it did was it split you open so that you could heal, so that the higher self, that more divine part of you, could come forward and take the place of the part of you that's hurt. So this is actually a good process here. It's not negative at all. And I did not notice until right now that these are all candles in the center. I thought they were crystals, but if you look closer, they're actually candles. Wow. So maybe somebody was trying to use candle magic and it backfired. Confirmation. The mother. You could be the mother. You know, being a mother is whenever somebody becomes a mother, they need to understand that that's part of their destiny. It's part of their divine life purpose to be a mother. Literally, you guys are going to lead a whole group of people. What else do they need to know, Holy Spirit? The desert. Interesting. The energy of the desert is not a bad energy. Actually, I quite like the desert. I do think Nevada's a little too dry, but, you know, the desert energy, it feels, it's a place where people can expand their consciousness. It's a very meditative place. You know why Jesus went into the desert to meditate? Because of the energy of the desert. So you could be called to do more meditation. I do feel like you're here to be a mentor to other people. You see that wise owl right there? Owls could be one of your spirit guides or one of your animal totems. But yeah, I do feel like you guys are going to, from this desert energy and meditation, you're going to step into this energy of being the mentor. And you may be tempted to go backwards at some time, but I promise you, you're not going to actually go backwards. It's just this person trying to reflect that onto you. They want you to think that you want to go backwards, but you know that you don't. You already know what's in the past. You already know what's behind you. You know, you want to go towards what's in front of you. And I know that because this is how the energy is showing up, is that you guys want to move forward and you want to have peaceful lives. And I want you guys to respect yourselves so much. Yes, like being a spring in the desert. Exactly. Oh, thank you. And God bless you as well. Yeah, this is like literally, you know, people wanting to play God in your life, and you are actively tapping into God energy, to that primal energy, and you are being the creator of your own reality. And it's got some people pissed off. Like it really does. You being in your birthright and being a teacher and a mentor has got some people pissed off, but that's okay. Look, these people could be involved in politics, you know. It's because you're going to guide other people to peace. I want you guys to respect yourself so much in this day and age that you are not willing to sacrifice your peace to argue with anyone or to even hear anybody out or to go in any other direction. Know that your peace is as just as much as gold is treasure, so is your peace. This person wants to use some type of rule to restrict you. Again, these people are really dumb. Like they want to use some type of biblical or what are the other texts? I forget. The Torah's one and the Quran, and then there's another one. I forget what it's called. Anyways, they want to use what's written in what was written by humans. Okay. Know that everything that's in the Bible and in all of these holy books were written by humans. God did not come down from on high, develop a hand and then write. Okay. It was written by men, not women, by men of the past. All right. So these people are trying to hold you to some type of rule or regulation that's in their religion that God does not agree with. Okay. Seriously. Oh, Reno, Nevada. Wow. I pray that Reno, Nevada gets blessed because there is a dark energy there. Interesting. I actually met somebody one time that said that they were from, oh, you're good, eating lunch. I met somebody that said that they were from Reno and their experiences were like very traumatic. So I feel like there is a dark energy there, but it's not as bad as LA. It could be worse. You guys are so much more powerful than anything that's dark, literally. These people are, because God is not holding you to this biblical whatever standard, God is not judging you. Just know that. These people are triggered and pissed off about that they can't use some type of rule, that they can't use their religious beliefs against you to punish you. They're upset about that. And they're also upset that they've like, these are the type of people that go to that one Psalm. This is probably the only thing in the Bible that they use is that one Psalm that curses people. And then they misuse it on everybody. Anytime that they feel like they've been offended, they go straight to using the book of Psalms to curse people. That is not what the book of Psalm is it for. Okay. It's not. It's just really not. These people are very rageful. So, I am picking up on somebody that's got road rage. Every time this person gets in the car, they drive like a maniac. So just make sure that you're staying aware of your surroundings, especially when you're in the vehicle. If somebody cuts you off or intentionally tries to trigger you while you're driving, pull over and take a breather. Put on some soothing music. Okay, don't engage, because these people want you to engage in bickering, fighting, and pointless debates, basically. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys have your own journey and you're in your birthright. Like, you guys are stepping into your power, and this is exactly where you're supposed to be. These people, they're upset about that. And I'm wondering if this is actually because they don't have the same birthright as you. Like, they're not here to be a mentor. Obviously, if these people mentored anybody, they would lead them down a path of destruction, or a path of judging themselves and hurting themselves. I mean, literally, yikes. This is why you're meant to be the leader and not them. But these people are followers. They follow this religious bullshit. Okay. This doctrine crap, rhetoric. They follow this religious rhetoric, but they practice hatred on the side. It's like almost as bad as just doing witchcraft. And maybe these people, I don't get that they do traditional witchcraft, but they do gossip and slander, which is a form of witchcraft, because it's trying to use word magic to destroy somebody else's life, saying things about them that are not even true, or saying things about them like that God doesn't like them or approve of their lifestyle. Whose fucking business is that anyways? Why do these people feel like they feel like they need to like take it upon themselves to like punish others? No, trust me, karma will do what karma's going to do. What you send out, you will get back. And if you send out lies and slander against other people, then that's what you're going to get back. That's what these people are literally about to receive, is negative karma. And they're going to blame you because most likely these people have tried to destroy other people and they got away with it. God gave them a pass, and now they tried to do it to a chosen one, and they're not going to get away with that. Absolutely not. Yeah, they were creating a false narrative about y'all. False portrayal. These people are false prophets, but they want to call y'all false prophets. You know what I mean? You guys are not false prophets. You don't even have a false mindset. That's crazy. It's so funny how every time somebody points a finger at somebody else, 3 of those fingers are pointing back. I heard that and I was like, oh, that's hilarious. Dragons and mermaids are real. Karma is real too. Exactly. And you guys are protected. Literally, you're so protected. That's why this stuff is not touching you. I mean, yeah, these people, what happened to you did happen to you, but it also happened for you. And you transmutated that energy. This whole fake friend crap, these people are not even true to their own beliefs. So how could they hold you to a standard that you don't agree with? That's why they want to use some type of, and anybody that's trying to persecute you because of a political belief, those people are probably the most dangerous people that need to be chained up and locked away. And I just got confirmation on that, because that is delusional. To think that you can hurt and harm somebody else because of what they believe in politics is retarded. God is not going to back this dumb bullshit. These people literally feel like they have God on their side, and they're over here in spiritual court, like on trial. It's judgment day for them. They thought that God backed them because of their beliefs, not realizing that God does not agree with their belief system. God's like, if me loving you, in their mind, if God loving them means that God is going to hate you, then God is not going to love them at all. This is the way that God actually is. If these people are going to put all of this religion before God's in loving intention for mankind to love everybody, because God loves everyone, even the worst people on this planet, God still loves them and has hope that they will change. Like, seriously. And that's why God is so patient. God will let people get away with their bullshit for years and years and years and years and years, until eventually karma comes back to slap these people. And that's just how the law of attraction works. It's not your fault. It's their fault, but they're not going to, people that don't want to do shadow work, they don't want to take accountability for their own mistakes. And these people are in straight up denial because they believe that the source, the creator, believes their religious rhetoric. That God feels this way and God feels that way about how these people are living. No, God wants everybody to stop being an a-hole and just love themselves and then love everybody else. These people, though, because of their blockage is their belief. Their blockage is their perspective. And maybe these people were raised, in households where the word I love you or the words I love you were never spoken. Maybe that's why these people are like that. We never want to judge other people's ourselves, because we don't know what those people have gone through to make them the way that they are. And so that's why it's not our job to judge people. It's God's job. And that's why these people that wanted to call judgment on you and wanted to play God and judge you based upon their belief system, they're not getting away with that. You're not going to be thrown out on the streets or punished because you believe in Democrat or Republican or whatever else there is with politics, or because you don't want to believe in this false version and ideology of spirituality, which is called religion. Like I said, there is a sliver of truth in religion mixed within a lot of lies. So you can go to religions and get somewhere because there's a sliver of truth there. But as far as it being the full end all be all, full answer to everything, no. God is not. Being a good person, being a good Christian is not going to church every Sunday and taking the Eucharist, or that's a Catholic thing. But it's not dedicating one portion of one day a week to trying to be a good person and then going back to being a shithead the rest of the days of the week. That's not being a good Christian. Okay. I'm just sorry, but it's not. The Christians should know that they should be living as Jesus lived. Did Jesus go to religion? No, Jesus did not like religion. He was a Jew, but he wasn't in the Jewish religion. He was a spiritual person. He went to God himself. He went to the Father, mother, whatever you want to call it. Okay. That's where Jesus went. Jesus didn't go to a fucking church. And the church wasn't even created till Jesus was gone. And Jesus didn't write any part of the Bible because Jesus didn't know how to write. But he did know how to meditate, and he did know how to heal people, and he did know how to create miracles, and he did know how to prophesy and deliver people from demons. So that's why Jesus is such a perfect role model of what you can grow to be. And that's why people should be trying to live as Jesus lived, as a good human being, somebody that helps the needy and the poor, and not as people that look down their nose at people that are less fortunate or another skin tone or whatever nonsense. Because no, all of this hating on melanated people, saying that they have the curse of Cain on them, that is like some weird person's misinterpretation of something that was written down that's not even accurate to the truth of the mark of Cain. The mark of Cain is a spiritual mark, not the site, not the, it is not why black people are black. I'm sorry, but that people need to let go of that delusion, okay? And stop with the projection, because that's all this is from these Christian people, is a lot of projection. They're always wanting people to feel bad about who they are, while these people are allowed to run around acting a whole donkey in front of everybody, and they want everybody to accept their donkey behavior or coyote behavior. These people need to be more like lambs and less like wolves. Let's just say that. Pick a card from the angel numbers deck. I love the angel numbers. Such a good deck. So anytime you see an angel number, you're going to take what you're doing at that time, what you're thinking about, who you're with, all into consideration. And then you're going to apply that information to the angel number that you see. And that will give you a whole separate reading. And that way you'll be like, when you see the angel numbers, you know that you're in alignment because you're receiving those messages. Let's see what comes out with the angel numbers. And no, I don't think that 666 is a bad number. I don't think that numbers or letters have the ability to be bad. Okay. 111, intuition, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and structure. So it says unconditional love, time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities. Yes, we say yes to the happiness, to the unconditional love, to the new opportunities coming your way. It says trust in the process, that everything is a process. Even healing is a process. Restoration is a process, and it's all possible. Like literally, just think about how God restored Job's life. Yes, the mark of Cain isn't skin color. A lot of people believe it is, though. It's delusional. The LDS people do and the Catholics do. Just crazy to me how you can just label a whole group of people as evil. Like that is not okay. Seriously not okay. But they think that they don't look at the Bible as literature. They look at the Bible as like the word of God. And in a sense, it's the word of people who thought that they were connected to God, but not all of that, not everything in the Bible is good. Like I said, if you can use a psalm to curse somebody, not all of it is good. 0606 commitment. So, you've made a commitment to yourself, and I'm so proud of you for doing that, because these people want you to commit to their way of living rather than being your authentic self. And you know that you'll never be happy living by these people's rules. It says loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It is how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up for the best is yet to come. There's not going to be anything negative that happens from you expressing your emotions. And it's okay to have emotions. People that act like if you cry, or if you like how I can describe it is people sending energy. They'll send energy to me to get riled up and act like, and it's not out of my character, because I have a very, very strong, powerful energy, that when I get upset about something, I get very passionate. But this is the thing, is that these people that want to put these unrealistic expectations onto you guys, like, don't react. Like, they want a reaction out of you. But then when you react, and from their bullshit, they'll say that you're in the wrong for reacting. So just be aware of that these people are trying to do that. They want you to react to their bullshit, but then they're going to try to judge you for your reaction. And why should anybody be judged because they have emotions? Is there any human person on this planet that has never felt an emotion? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we all have the capability to feel emotions. So we should be allowed to express those emotions, as long as we're doing it in a healthy way, and even if something comes out toxic, it's better out than in, as Shrek would say. As long as you're not directing, your trauma onto other people like these people, it's fine to express yourself. There's nothing wrong with having emotions. 0220, act on your idea. Realistic and practical approach. You guys are very grounded. And this water energy is even grounded energy. So I like it. It says divine timing, ambition, and cooperation and discipline. You have the benefit of good fortune. That's being fortunate. That's why these people have got their panties all twisted up in a bunch, metaphorically. But yeah, literally, it says that you've got good fortune. And if you use your wise judgment, right, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Absolutely, you are. You're here to ascend. You descended so that you could ascend. 1717. I said 1717 at the beginning of this reading. Drama alert. Wow. Independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, and aspirations. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. Even if it feels like things are slowing down, it's just so that you can recuperate to move forward. 0000, limitless potential. The number 0 is God force. So you've got 4. You got a foundation of God built here. It says reset, relaxation, unknown surrender, finish line, success, and victory. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there's no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it's also available to you. And this is like, if you see, like, we're going to use a Lamborghini as an example. If you see your neighbor have a Lamborghini, and that's something that inspires you to want a Lamborghini, go get yourself a Lamborghini. But the people that look at their neighbor's Lamborghini and they want that specific Lamborghini, those people are coveting. Okay. So it says, try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Trust me. These people want you to believe that you missed an opportunity. That's not even true. Any opportunity that passed you by was one that was not meant for you. So just know that your destiny will be fulfilled. Your fate is your fate. Doesn't matter what door you go down. You could open the door of Protestant and go down that, and at the end of it, you'll still reach God. Doesn't matter which door to the mansion. There was something that Jesus said, like, you can get to God through any door in the mansion. It doesn't matter which door you go down. Of course, some doors are going to be a lot faster of a journey than others. Like if you go through spirituality, you're going to get to where you need to be a lot faster than if you go through religion. But that's just because spirituality focuses on the self, where religion does not. It focuses on an ideology. And I'm not dissing religion. I'm just stating the obvious facts. Like, that's obvious. It focuses on a storyline as well. That is basically the only relevance of their storylines have to you is that you could, while being a human on this planet, experience some of the things that these people have been through. Not the Christians, but the people that wrote the Bible. 1414, light up. Mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, and quality. So it says, focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities. Yay. A new friend or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Ooh, I just felt that energy. When you have a baby, you guys, somebody's going to be really jealous about that. I mean, jealousy is nothing new to y'all, though. Just know that when you see 1717, it's just alerting you that, you know, there may be a situation that's drama filled that could be coming forward. But as long as you don't, you know, engage in people's debauchery, you're going to be fine. Don't argue with people. If people want to argue about your life, let them say whatever they need to say and don't even argue, because there's no point to argue with somebody that it doesn't matter what they think. Not to God. 6, these people are focused on material possessions, of course, because you're an earth angel, light worker, star seed, wise one. They're focused on your material possessions. These people feel like for you to be an earth angel, you have to be penniless, homeless, all this ridiculous shit. No. Why would God's chosen people, why would they be broke? Make it make sense, people. These people just want to see you without. It would make them feel more secure if they could see you without God's love, okay? And there is nothing anyone in this world can do to degrade you to make God not love you. But don't tell them that, because that's what their approach is. They feel like if they talk enough shit about you, then God's going to change God's mind and betray you. And that, no, these people are backstabbing, betraying bitches, okay? Not God. God is faithful. God does not betray. God does not betray, point blank, period. And if these people continue to try to force the hand of the Most High, they're going to get smacked the fuck out with that hand. And they need to know that that is the only rational thing that anybody could think about trying to abuse their power over somebody else and trying to get God to abuse somebody else. Like, no. Look at the story of Job. Even everything that Job went through at the hands of the devil, God restored tenfold what he went through. Excalibur, the circle sword, blue flame, the will of God, ASTRAEA, and Archangel Michael and their legions. You guys are protected. Earth angel, you are protected. This is why you could sense this energy, but then it's not taking you over because you're literally protected from it. What else do we need to know before we close out the reading? I think we got the majority of the message. I think the whole point is to heal from the betrayals, but to not go backwards, okay? And don't think that God's going to randomly turn on you and stab you in the back. That's these people. Forgiveness. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Forgiveness, compassion, grace, humility, honesty. Those are all traits that God has. When you align yourself with these traits, you open yourself to the kingdom of heaven within. And then that kingdom of heaven within yourself will begin to manifest around you. So don't hold grudges against yourself. Forgive yourself. If you think you've made mistakes, I want you to start looking at every mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow, because it's never a mistake. Yeah, jealousy seems to show up here, but it's never entertained. Exactly. And think of it this way. For you to be who you are now, you had to go through everything that you went through. And so if everything that you went through wasn't a mistake, because it made you who you are now. And that's how we should look at things. Yeah, you could be being bullied online. These people are really, really funny to me, because the thing is that they think that they can abuse technology to try to harass you into doing whatever they want. And you have got a lot thicker skin than that. You're not just going to let somebody come up and say something stupid to you and you're going to go cry and change your life. Like, what? These people think that they're so more important than they actually are when it comes to your life. These people are insignificant. And that's the role they've chosen for themselves, like by behaving like they're actually God and that they can call the shots in other people's lives. Yeah. You know, you could be being bullied by your neighbors or a community or an old community that you left or an environment. But, you know, don't stop doing whatever you do online just because you have a group of a-holes that are jealous, because that's what bullying is. It's from jealous, envious ass people. Don't change who you are because these people can't behave correctly. And it's not your job to teach them how to behave or tell them how to behave. Obviously, it's common sense not to fucking cyberbully somebody. Anybody that thinks that cyberbullying another person is what God wants them to do is delusional. So these people will inevitably fall on their own swords, literally. Look, because they're witches and warlocks and sorcerers and wizards and magical practitioners and dark shamans. These people like to manipulate energy because that's the whole thing of them wanting to be God. It's like, make up your mind. Do you want to be a Christian or do you want to be a witch? I guess there's a whole group of people that want to do both, but one contradicts the other, and the other one contradicts the other. Like they can contradict each other. So you're dealing with people that are very confused, and they're closet people. They want to out you for being a part of the LGBTQ plus or your child or whatever this is, but they're in the fucking broom closet being a whole witch and warlock. I mean, come on with this shit. God would be, if the divine realm's going to be upset, the divine realm's going to be much more upset with people using occult secrets to manipulate and change other people's lives and hurt and harm others than somebody that is in a same-sex love partnership. At least that partnership's based on love, not on fucking energy manipulation. So just think about it that way. If somebody's trying to hold you to an unrealistic standard, just know that that person's got problems and it's not your job to fix them. It's just your job to heal whatever drew that person in. Witchcraft. They're trying to banish you from something. These people are trying to cause you conflict. They want you to be in poverty. That's just not your energy. These are vampires. These weirdos are vampires. They could have gone to a root worker. I mean, these people cannot be serious with going to church on Sunday and going to a root worker on Saturday. I mean, come on with this shit. We're only going to dedicate one portion of one day to God. And then the rest of the week, we're going to be whole devils and donkeys and coyotes over here and wolves. Like, come on with this shit. This is why you can't even take these people seriously. Yeah, they're creating a bunch of illusions about you and delusions. They want people to believe lies about you, and they're trying to mirror or project some type of energy into your reality so that you think God is judging you, but God is not judging you. It's these people. They're bearing false witness against you, making shit up. These people are defaming your character. They might want to be mindful that if they continue to do this, you're going to have a case against them. And you will be able to take their dumbass to court and sue them for defamation. You can't just sit around and make up lies about other people. That's stupid. These people could be saying that you're a substance seller, okay? Or that you're a pill popper, whatever this is, a stoner, whatever, drunk person. I'm pretty much picking up that that's what these people are. They're addicted to substances, and not like a prescription that a doctor gives you. This is like shit that you get off the streets. Maybe this person was saying that you were for the streets. You're literally not, though. You're literally not that way. Yeah, these people are trying to put a freaking, with all the slander and drama, they're trying to put a roadblock or an obstacle in your way. These people could be getting in a car accident soon. They're bringing this shit on themselves, and then they're going to act like you did witchcraft on them so that they can have a reason to use that psalm or use witchcraft on you. No, sir, ma'am. You're rebuked in the name of Jesus. And these people will come in and want to trauma bond with you. Be aware of that. Anybody that's like, oh, I went through that too, let's be besties. Like there is positivity in same situations as long as people are healing, but you're dealing with unhealed people that want to like create some type of unnatural bond with you because they don't have a spiritual contract. Point blank period. You don't have a contract with these people. You could be a content creator, or you could be, you know, a tarot card reader, spiritual practitioner, psychic, fortune teller, or just a prophet. Literally, you could see the future. This person wants to come back. They want to destroy something that you're going to create through content creation or whatever. These people do not like that you're beautiful. They do not like that you're attractive. I mean, come on with this shit. You're going to hate somebody for the way that God made them, attractive, and beautiful person that is optimistic, whatever. That's all you could really say about this is like, whatever. They might as well go complain to God that you are this way. These people are walking around with unhealed trauma, with karmic debts. They're hidden secret enemies, okay? These people are enemies to you, but they don't even see how many people are enemies to them, which is wild that they're not even looking towards that. They were trying to create a spiritual injustice here, and it's been basically rebuked. Yeah, there is no God of any type of religion, no Allah, no Nyarlathotep, no Theos, Sakla, Jehovah, Yahweh, that is going to come for you on the behest of these people. In fact, these people might want to be mindful that they're misusing these beings, these ancient ass beings, against somebody else. And they don't have the right to do that. Yeah, these people are about to experience a natural disaster. It could literally be a fire. It could be a flood. If there's any satanic or demonic or religious altar that's got your name on it, we ask that the Holy Spirit light that shit on fire with Holy Spirit fire and burn it up. I do feel like somebody's got some type of demonic stronghold, but they're about to be very sorry that they attempted to even bring your energy up to a principality. You guys, I'm so proud of you for moving forward. I'm so proud of you for being your authentic selves, for loving yourselves, and for doing the right thing when it comes to these people. You could have betrayed these people just like they betrayed you, but you chose not to, and that does make you the better person. So don't let these people tell you you ain't shit. Obviously, they don't know, and their voodoo is backfiring times fucking 10. They're not going to get away with this, literally. So just heal the part of you that drew these people in and then release the situation. And know that you're not going to create the same exact situation again, especially if you heal from it. And that's what these people don't want. They don't want you to heal, because if you heal, they can't come in and trauma bond with you. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the end of this reading. I love you so much. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. Go do something that you love, okay? Ground your energy. Pray and cleanse your energy, okay? Please like this video, tap the notification bell, and make sure you're subscribed. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Air hugs. I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Oh, thank you so much for your $5 donation. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Okay, I'll see you in the next reading, you guys. Bye. Have a wonderful day.